Hi everyone, I am Enes and I am going to talk about business management with entrepreneurship. The contents of this presentation: what is the business management and entrepreneurship, management journey of an entrepreneur, difference between them, business management process, in conclusion, and my references for this work. I would like to start with what business management and entrepreneurship and also differences between them. Firstly, the definition of business management is to manage the coordination and organization of business activities. This often involves the production of materials, money, and includes both innovation and marketing. Management is responsible for planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the resources of the enterprise so that they can meet the objectives of the policy. It's a manager function that helps to use all the resources of a company. And entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship refers to the ability to develop and organize a business enterprise. An entrepreneur is a decision maker person who establishes and manages startup along with the risks entitled to it. They typically create a business plan, hire labor, obtain resources, and provide leadership and management for the business. There is management journey of an entrepreneur. Business startup. At this stage, entrepreneurs are risk takers, innovators, dreamers, change stimulators. They don't have time for formalization and planning every next step that they will need to take. Small business growth. This is a period when the startup stage and business start to grow quickly. At the same time, they must be managers. They have more and more employees, and because of that, there is a need for management. Large-scale growth of the business. At this stage of your business growth, you cannot control the growth only as an entrepreneur. Now you will need to manage your business. The importance of innovation is not reduced, but an entrepreneur cannot innovate all things in the company and manage at the same time. This is the POLC framework. It's a popular framework that creatively solves business problems. So it helps to management easily. First step is planning. Management planning is the process of evaluating an organization's goals and creating a realistic, detailed plan of action for meeting those goals. Much like writing a business plan, a management plan takes into consideration short and long-term corporate strategies. The basic steps in the management planning process involve creating a roadmap. Planners must establish objectives, which are statements of what needs to be achieved and when. Finally, planners must constantly evaluate the success of their plans and take corrective action when necessary. Organizing. Organizing is the function of management that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the success of objectives. There are still four basic elements you need to think about organizing. People. In a nutshell, you need to consider the best way to organize your people to deliver the plan and move the organization or project closer to its goal. This will include the size of your team, how it's organized, capacity levels, and what knowledge, skills, and experience employees need to deliver the plan. Process. Organizing involves identifying and grouping activities into functional areas. At an organizational level, this could be how budgets are managed and financial authority is delegated. At a project level, this could be how change requests are handled. Resources. This includes the organization of any capital, knowledge, or materials required to move the business closer to its goals. Technology. This is about understanding what technology is needed to help organize work, including what systems, platforms, and tools are required. Leading. The leading element of the management process is about getting the best from your people. Managers need to direct work and motivate employees to get things done, which might require them to use different management styles and approaches. Managers need to direct work and motivate employees to get things done, which might require them to use different management styles and approaches. Plus, you will need to supervise and manage the performance of your employees. This will require you to monitor task completion and outcome and development plans. As a manager, how effective you are accounts for 70% of the variance in how engaged your employees feel, which can be a lot of pressure. Controlling, it involves ensuring that performance does not deviate from standards. Effective controlling requires the existence of plans, since planning provides the necessary performance standards or objectives. Controlling also requires a clear understanding of where responsibility for deviations from standards lies. Aspects of control: establishing performance standards, comparing actual performance against standards, taking corrective action when it's necessary. In conclusion, the subject of management is important for all business, whether big or small, and the management function should be taken care of in every business, and the job should be given to the right people with the right personal supply and management. In small business, the management function is of a greater importance because in a small business, the manager can undertake the burden of other functions. The business integrates with the manager and the future is shaped according to the manager's vision. The type of business must be determined and the POLC process must be applied to the management. Entrepreneur or manager can complete the basic requirements for the success of the enterprise with the POLC process. Therefore, the business type must be determined and the POLC process must be applied to the management. There are my references for this presentation and thank you for your participation.